Welcome to a world where your clock is literally ticking. Here, time is currency. Minutes, hours, days of your life. Everyone stops aging at 25, but a clock on your arm starts counting down. 1 year left. Coffee costs 4 minutes, a bus ride an hour, rent a week. The rich have centuries, never rushing. The poor run everywhere, desperate not to waste a second. The system keeps the rich rich and the poor fighting for survival. Enter Will Salas, a man who's had enough. This world is about to explode. Time isn't just money, it's life itself. Meet Will Salas, a factory worker from Dayton, just trying to survive. Every morning, he wakes up with less than a day on his clock. He and his mom scrape by, sharing time minute to minute. In Will's world, people die on the street, victims of a system built to keep them desperate. When his mom can't afford a bus fare, she dies in his arms. That's the spark. Losing her breaks Will and ignites his rebellion. Now, he's ready to fight back. The countdown to revolution begins. After his mother's death, Will's life takes a wild turn. He saves Henry Hamilton, a man with a century on his clock, from thugs. Hamilton reveals the truth. The system is rigged so a few can live forever while many die young. There's enough time for everyone, but the rich hoard it. Disillusioned, Hamilton gives Will his entire century and time's out. Suddenly, Will is rich and a suspect. The Timekeepers think he murdered Hamilton for his time. Now Will is on the run, grieving and hunting. He could disappear into luxury, but he chooses revenge. He heads to New Greenwich, determined to confront the people who built this cruel world. Will's mission: expose the system and make the rich pay. The fight for justice has begun. Will enters New Greenwich, a world of slow luxury and endless time. He meets Sylvia Weis, the tycoon, and his daughter Sylvia, bored, sheltered, and craving real life. Will's urgency and defiance intrigue Sylvia. Their meeting is interrupted by Timekeepers. Will takes Sylvia hostage to escape. Sylvia is terrified at first, but as they flee through the ghettos, she sees the harsh reality of Will's world. They lose almost all their time, forced to hustle for every minute. For the first time, Sylvia feels the panic of a ticking clock. She comes alive, understanding Will's anger and drive. Sylvia transforms from hostage to partner. She joins Will's fight against her father's system. Together, they become a team, rebels with a cause. Their bond grows as they challenge everything Sylvia once knew. The rich girl and the ghetto survivor, united by a common enemy. Now they're not just running, they're fighting back. The revolution has a new duo, and they're just getting started. Enter the Timekeepers, the enforcers of the system. Led by Raymond Leon, they're relentless, tracking time theft and keeping the poor in their place. Leon isn't a classic villain. He believes order is necessary, even if it's cruel. He's from the ghetto himself, but now he's the system's fiercest defender. Leon's pursuit of Will is personal. He knew Will's father, a rebel who failed. The chase is more than a job, it's about stopping history from repeating. The Timekeepers are always a step behind, adding constant tension. They represent the system's iron grip, authority, weapons, and surveillance. Every move Will and Sylvia make, the Timekeepers close in. Robbing a time bank? Leon's on their tail. The law isn't just after them. It's after anyone who dares to challenge the rules. The pressure is relentless. Will and Sylvia aren't just fighting thugs. They're fighting the law itself. The stakes couldn't be higher. Every second counts. The system is closing in. With Sylvia on his side, Will goes from fugitive to revolutionary. They rob time banks, stealing centuries from the rich to give to the poor. Time floods the ghettos. People who were dying now have decades. The system starts to crack as the poor rise up. The rich retaliate, raising prices to drain the new time. Timekeeper Leon is always just behind, the chase growing more desperate. Action explodes, heists, car chases, and tense arm wrestling matches for minutes. The stakes are life and death, every second matters. Will and Sylvia plan the ultimate heist. Weiss's vault holding 1,000,000 years. They pull it off, but Leon corners them. In a twist, Leon lets them go, but forgets to refill his own clock and times out. Even the enforcers are victims of the system. The revolution is unstoppable now. The poor have hope. The rich lose control. Will and Sylvia have changed the game. The world will never be the same. The fight isn't over, but the balance of power has shifted. Will and Sylvia distribute the 1,000,000 years, overloading the system. The barriers between rich and poor collapse. For the first time, the poor can truly live, and the rich face mortality. Will and Sylvia, still on the run, have sparked a revolution. The film's message is clear. Time is the most valuable thing we have. It's a sharp critique of inequality, asking why some have more than they'll ever need while others struggle to survive. The story reminds us not to waste our own time. The rich, with endless time, are bored. The poor, with little, live passionately. Don't just exist, live fully. Stand up for what's right, even when the odds are against you, is a thrilling call to action and a reminder to value every moment. The system can be changed if someone dares to fight. So what will you do with your time? Watch the movie, and you'll never look at your clock the same way again. Time is life. Spend it wisely.